I bought today was one of these little propane heaters. It'll definitely knock the chill out better than my 2 halogen lights. So I'll have it running. It's 16,000 BTUs. This is a pretty small shed, but even though it's not insulated at all, so it should work. It'll basically take a lot of the bite out of the air in here, but I won't run it continuously. I just run it to warm the thing up, and then I'll kill it. But it's definitely going to help this winter. It'd be nice because then I can get a lot more done out here this winter. Good morning, YouTube. Taking a crack back at this T-head. I'm going to start cleaning it up, take out the valves, clean them up, wire brush off the top. Here's the hole, or the cracked part. So what my plan is to basically bridge a piece of steel that I'm going to tap. I'm just going to put it underneath here, just so it'll be bigger than a nut, just so I don't have to worry about it popping out, and it'll put even distribution. So I'll have to find a piece of steel to drill and tap, but plan is today to take the valves out, clean them up, clean the top off, then maybe lap the valves, and then, you know, start putting it back together and actually hone out the cylinder. So that's the plan. All right, time to get this valve out. I got this spring compressor a while ago from Amazon. It's funny, when I ordered it, I don't know, it didn't seem like the transaction went through, and by accident I actually ordered 2 of them. Let's see if I can get... don't know if I need to open this up a little bit. Space for the be able to get the retainer out. Oh, there it is. That was easy. Got that off. Let's see if we can see if this comes out pretty easy. Ooh, seems a little gummed up, so let me I'm gonna have to get some of the 3M paper. Let me go get some either not sandpaper, but like coarse steel wool to brush it off before I drag it through. So, all right, found some steel wool. I'll clean this up a little bit so I don't drag it through the valve guide. And I'll probably throw a little bit of oil on it. All right, let's get you a little closer here. So watch it come out. You suck. Ooh, it's still being a bastard. Well, now it's hitting. There must be a lip on the bottom of it, so just gonna have to file it down. So actually, let's look at the valve seat, see how that looks. Actually looks really good. Really good. Let me have to file that off, so let me come back. Let me do that and I'll come back. All right, typically what I do, I just try to you know, get a file that's you know, wide, and then just kind of rotate it. Make sure I'm taking off the high spot. Just kind of make sure I'm doing it fairly easily, and then there we go. So here's, definitely has a nice, definitely has a worn, you can probably see that right there. So the seat itself looks really good, but this valve's got a really nice ridge in it. So I have some nicer valves that I'm gonna probably drop in there and lap them. They're in better condition than this one. So I'll brush it and see if it, you know, takes a better, you know, if you can clean up a little bit and get some of this crud off. But I guess that's a pretty deep, as you can see, that's a pretty deep groove right there. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that out without you know, taking it somewhere and grinding a new edge angle on it. So I'll have to yeah, I'll have to replace that one. Like I said, you know, I'll clean it and see what happens, see what it looks like, but like I said, I have spares. So let me let's work on the next one. So what I try to do is center it, lock it in place. A little bit of a turn, a couple turns, just to free up the retainer. There we go. That was easy. I think last time I used this, some people put a block of wood on theirs, which I just find it gets in the way. So what I think I did last time is I cleaned up this right here, this joint a little bit, and I think I threw a little bit of grease on it, so this won't rotate and damage the valve, and it'll just slide right there. So that's, I think I did that when I worked on the Tecumseh. Oh, it's coming apart. Retainer. All right. Let's see how this one comes out. Oh, is it coming? No, a little tighter, so file it a little bit. A couple rotations and probably come right out. There we go. This one actually looks in real good shape, so I'll probably use it again, just wire brush it and then lap it, and we should be good. Cool beans. All right, I wire brushed them real quick. This is the intake. This one came out nice. I'll reuse this one and just lap it. I mean, it's got a little bit of a edge that, you know, you can mildly feel, but definitely usable again. So I'll use this one again. I tell you though, it is, you know, one of the more satisfying things is wire brushing off something that's been really gummed up and rusty, and then having it come out like this. So it's pretty cool. And then here's the exhaust. Definitely a little in rougher shape. But not as bad as I thought, but there's definitely a lip there. It may be usable again. I'll take a look and see what I have. It's not, what I might do is just, you know, if I have a better one, because again, this is a really good machine of mine, put this one, save this one, and then if I have one that's in rougher shape on another tractor that, you know, maybe I'm gonna sell or something, I'll put it on that one. It's definitely, obviously, I used it this summer and it's definitely functional, just not the best shape. So let me go dig out the ones I have, and I'll show you the ones what I have. Took me a minute to find my stash of valves. I have about 8 of them, maybe 5 that are probably really good. A few of them are definitely grinding candidates, and then one I probably will just toss at some point. Oop, dropping them. So a bouquet of valves. So a few of these, as you can see, are in really nice shape. Some of these are not, like this one, definitely not. This is a good one. This is not a good one. This one this is probably the worst one. I'll probably chuck this one. But all of them are decent. So I definitely have some choice. I don't know, this one, it's funny, this one has an EX. I'm assuming this was marked EX or exhaust, but it's funny, at what point, curious to know, sorry if I'm missing the camera here. I'm curious to know at what point they switched from having a slot, or from not having a slot to a slot, or vice versa. So, but some of these definitely, I'll find a candidate here that will, you know, that looks like it still has a lot of life in it, and I'll probably use that one. So, should be good. All right, the plan now is to hone out the cylinder. I've done this a few times. I'm not an expert at it, and I'm sure there's probably some techniques that I'm not doing right. And I know this is a cheap one. I know the better ones are the ones with the ones that have the little like balls on the end of it. At least that's what I've seen. And I know my buddy uses it, and I know he does an really good job on stuff. So I could be wrong, but I've tried using WD-40 in the past, and I think it's because of these cheap things. It tends to eat away at the glue that bonds the stone to the piece there. So I typically use Marvel Mystery Oil whenever I do it. So let's go. All right, that's all we're gonna do. Just a quick touch up. All right, let me just, I'll be back in a second. Let me just close this. All right, get the rag going here and just clean this off. I'll take a look. See some of the hatch markings more at the top. Let me switch the camera around and be able to turn the light.
See the hatch marks over here. So, but yeah, just cleaned it up real quick. Didn't want to go too crazy with it, but you know, like I said, the whole machine's running well, so no need to, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I think, yeah, it's a little bit of scoring there from the piston, but it's fairly normal. So cool beans. This is kind of ready to go back together.